What's going on, guys? The defense on Saturday against Auburn really kind of did its job, especially in the red zone. When you guys look back at the film, what was the biggest key to kind of having some success down there by y'all's own goal line?
I would say just being disciplined, having clean eyes, and just doing our job.
Yeah, definitely just pick off what he said, man. I think we were very prepared, had a great red zone game plan put in place, and we just went down there and executed at a high level and just stood strong down there in the near the end zone.
What stands out about the Mississippi State offense? Coach Petrino said a lot of RPO, maybe some things that you guys can identify with tendencies. What have you seen on film from them?
Uh, like Coach Petrino said, RPO, like to run the ball, wants to run the ball, and yeah, about it.
Yeah, they do a lot of getting the wide splits, run the ball off of it to give room for that running back and throw screens off of it. So I mean, we just got to keep diving into them and just continuing to game plan prepare.
They got two guys, I think, that are both kind of over 400 rushing yards. What are what are the similarities, differences maybe between those two backs that they got?
That uh they just run the ball hard, both of them. They both run the ball hard, and they both good backs.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. I mean, they're pretty downhill, especially number four. He likes to get, make one cut and get vertical. Man, he's looking to, not avoid contact. So yeah, they're pretty similar in their running style.
Xavian, you played a lot of defensive end, kind of outside linebacker against Auburn. I know you've done that a little bit all year, but I think that was the most you've done it in a single game. What's the biggest challenge, or what kind of is like the biggest focus for you when you play that many snaps at that position?
Um, I'm not sure if challenge. I'm not sure of any challenge. Because I practice it during the week, and coaches coach me up on what to do and things like that. So just going out there executing and just doing my job. That's kind of one of the biggest things I went out there and just tried to do this past weekend and help the team out.
I guess then, what do you think it is about your style of play that makes you a good candidate for that role as maybe a guy that can shift down there closer to the line of scrimmage?
Well, I did that my freshman year. Coming out of high school, when I first got to college, I was an edge rusher, outside linebacker. So, kind of took me back a little bit, and it was a lot of things that I had heard before early on in my career. So, it helped me out a lot.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir.
Ray, go ahead.
It seems like Auburn used to be Freeze's style offense used to be kind of more up tempo and stuff. But does it feel like there's a pretty stark contrast between what Auburn does and what Mississippi State does?
Yeah, I think they like to go fast a little bit more than Auburn does, and they got a quarterback that's real good at getting everybody lined up and making sure everybody's on the same page so that they can go fast. And then if they get a positive play or something, they tend to go fast. So
Yeah, that would be the main difference. Just with Mississippi State, they have that tempo to their offense versus Auburn, where they'll get a first down, and sometimes they might go fast, or they might just give everyone a breather and let everyone get lined up just to execute another play. Versus Mississippi State, they like to go fast and just get us on our heels and try to create momentum for themselves.
You guys are both seniors, so obviously won't be here next year. But I am curious. Whenever we talk to Bobby Petrino, and he's made it clear that he wants to be a candidate for the permanent job. But whenever we talked about that job, he always diverts the question and just talks about being worried about the players. I was curious if you guys wanted to, or if you could speak to him and what he's brought to the program and why he would be a strong candidate to be the long-term head coach.
I would just say like through all the change that's been going on these last couple weeks, and just a lot of change, and just been different. And Coach Petrino's just did a good job at just making sure that we all stay together and just um like we all still got a goal. Like whether it's we got a lot of seniors on the team and a lot of people with no years left. So still got a goal and still got to go out there and play football and play good winning football. So I think that's kind of been the message these last couple weeks. Is just like, it's about y'all. Like, we got to stay together as a team and as players and push each other, regardless of what go on. So,
Do you
yeah.
think that message from him kind of makes him a strong candidate?
I mean, I'm not sure if that. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know
Mhm.
about like the candidate or not, or if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
That's
Stephen,
not
what's your
that.
thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell he's been in that situation before, obviously, because he has, And I think when he got back into it, it was pretty natural for him. I think the biggest message was just for us to stay together as a unit and stuff. But I mean, whether he's a good candidate or not from us, I mean, he's taking the helm since obviously the change happened, and he's been keeping us together. We've been going out here trying our best. So I mean, they didn't put him in that position for no reason. So I mean, it's not really, I guess, up to us to determine whether he's a strong candidate or not. Obviously he's a coach we'll get behind 100%. But I mean, like he said, like my man Sai said, we're just trying to focus on the season, man, and knock out these games.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Go ahead.
Stephen, what did you think about the energy in practice today, the connectivity you guys had? I guess you went indoors.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good, especially after a loss like that's been happening recently. But the biggest thing about us is how resilient we are. We came back, we bounced back. Came out here with a lot of energy, and we, from what the coaches said, had our best practice since we've been here, man. And I think that's just showing how strong we've been and how much we've been holding together, and how we're just still getting after that goal is to win. As a team.
Xavian, what did you think of practice today?
Like Steve said, I thought it was a lot of energy. All the guys who was focused today, and we was getting after it today. We was getting after it.
Xavian, you had one of the takeaways in last year's game at Mississippi State. I'm wondering what you see, maybe how they've changed a little bit with shaping at quarterback from last year.
Oh well, yeah. Like he's a good quarterback. Good quarterback. He make decisions. Like he'll run. He'll can throw and things like that. So as far as compare him to the last year's quarterback, I don't think you can do that. And it's two completely different quarterbacks. So just got to prepare for him. And it's still early in the week, so still got a lot more practicing to do and a lot more tape to watch. So just keep chopping away at it.
Stephen, what do you remember from last year and y'all's turnover forcing in that game?
I remember that game. I mean, I thought we had a really good game on defense. Obviously we could have been better, but one thing I do remember is, really getting after those guys, and really getting a lot of good key stops. Our offense is doing really well, also putting up a lot of points. So I just remember us, going out there and being dominant, and we just gotta, figure out what it was last year that we did, and just build off of it this year. Obviously it's a new team, but hey man, like the goal is the same, and I think we got all the guys in the room we need to get the job done against this team.
Thanks, y'all.
Daniel, go ahead.
Yeah, hi guys. Just one quick one from me. I know y'all touched on it earlier, but a lot of players on this team without any eligibility left. Can y'all just maybe put into words what would a successful, final few games of the season look like moving forward?
Yeah, well, I think all the guys in the locker room, like, instead of looking at how many games we got left, we got Mississippi State this week, and that's kind of what we focusing on, and trying not to look too far ahead on anybody else. Like, we got Mississippi State this week, then this week we're gonna focus on, and we'll worry about everybody else when the time comes. So, but to answer your question, everybody on the team is like excited, and like you got younger players that's like they know they got older players on the team that got no more years, so they going hard. Like today in practice, it was a great day. Everybody was getting after it, and yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, I think it'll just be us finishing strong, taking it one game at a time, like my man said here. Obviously the goal the goal doesn't change just because of how the season's going. We still want to win, and that's where we're gonna put our best foot forward, and that's where our efforts are gonna go.